hear the song?
That's not the band, though. It's the individual. Or is it the band?
It's the lead singer of Fun.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's got a good voice.
What if you could sing like that, Paul?
I had a dream last night.
Tell me about it.
That I wrote Wonderful Tonight.
What?
Yeah. I dreamt that I wrote Wonderful Tonight, and I was just like, yeah, this song is awesome. And people were like, you're a great singer-songwriter.
Welcome to Learn From Us podcast. I'm Seth. This is Paul. Feel free to subscribe below if you love hearing Paul. Paul, you might be singing by the end of the episode because we're incorporating music today. And, yes.
I dreamt that I wrote that song.
I've been having some wild dreams lately, too.
Have you?
I think it means I'm sleeping better, but...
What were your dreams?
Like, some of them are horrifying.
Oh, okay.
Walking through weird portals with weird people.
Portals?
Yeah, like it's a normal day, and I just walk in like some weird dark portal with like scary things.
Have you ever died in your dream?
No. Have you?
I have.
You know, if you die in your dream, you die in real life.
That's what they always say that.
Do you have a top right now that spins? You know,
yeah,
it
just keeps going. A dreidel. Yeah, I've died in my dream before. I've had some pretty vivid dreams, too.
You know, we've talked a lot about near-death experiences.
I
just saw an article that there's a 4-year-old in Ohio that claims to have had one.
Yeah. What did they say?
I don't know. We should get him on the podcast.
Exploit the 4-year-old.
Well, I wouldn't think a 4-year-old would lie.
Well, that's not true, but that experience, yeah, might be...
You're all into this.
I am.
The other thing you're into is this book, Atomic Habits.
I am into that book.
Who's the author?
James Clear. He's from Columbus.
What's his story?
I don't know. I mean, I do know. So it's funny. So Matt, my chess coach, he takes full credit for this. However, I have to be honest with you, Matt. He knows this. Darnell's been talking about this book for years. Darnell wanted me to read it years ago.
A friend of ours.
I did not read it because I just wasn't the right whatever. Matt reads it. He loves it. He starts talking to me about it. I start reading it. Then our buddy Hesh, when he came in the episode, he heard him talk about...
This is probably one of our most popular episodes, the episode with Hesh Sagafi.
Yeah.
Don, when did we publish that episode? Was it late December?
It was, give me one.
January?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hesh is spelled Khash.
Correct.
So check him out. Long-ass episode, almost 2 hours or something we talked.
Yeah, it was like an hour.
It was a long one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, he did talk about it. And he's a pretty disciplined guy. Ex-wrestler.
And that was his whole point. So Atomic Habits is, we have our idea of the B to Y. I always tell people, they always worry about A and Z, which is the start and the end. They never worry about the implementation. Atomic Habits is about the implementation. In fact, and I'm halfway through Atomic Habits, it talks about almost ignoring the goals. I don't agree with that. I still like the idea of when you're doing a process to have, hey, what am I trying to attain here? I don't care how small or big it is.
Yeah, I think I was actually when I first met you, I was very anti-goal setting.
Why is that?
Well, because I had struggled with long-term goals, day-to-day implementation. When you say Atomic Habits, the discipline of day-to-day, I still think to myself, yeah, but it'd really be nice to just sit down and watch a football game right now.
Well, you can do both.
Yeah, well...
Did your head just explode?
Well, I mean...
By the way, Atomic Habits meaning like small. Atomic being very small things
is that
you
what
do.
they mean?
Yes. Which I think was actually confusing too, because I thought atomic like huge explosion, that kind of thing. But it's doing small things daily. And the great thing about him is like, listen, if you miss a day, who cares? Just get back on the horse. Like I make my bed every single day.
I hate that.
And I have been for the last 15, 16 years.
I hate you for doing that.
Really? Why is that?
I'm so anti making a bed.
Why is that?
There's a Facebook. I'm on Facebook too much, but there's a video going around where like a very high end
admiral
is talking about making your bed. Admirable.
He says you want to enact change. Start with making your bed.
Yeah.
The reason, but it makes you feel accomplished very early. When I see that bed pristine and perfect in the morning, it's such a great way to leave the house.
My accomplishment is I'm not going to waste time making my bed. I'm just going to save those next couple of minutes.
And do what? And go on Facebook?
No, just leave. Yeah, probably. go watch videos about how I should make my bed.
But you realize that making the bed is what starts the day off on the right foot. It started your day off, I accomplished this. And when I come home late, don't you like seeing your bed made when you come home?
No, I love it. No, I just get in. That's the least of my worries.
I love pulling back the sheet. And
I dislike that.
Don, who makes your bed?
Typically, I do.
Oh, do you really?
I don't make that bed ever. It was up to me. I'd never make it once. Beth's all about making it.
Does she ever make it?
Well, it's a 2-person job when she wants to make it. Which maybe has developed my hatred of making a bed.
It's not a 2-person job.
It's
literally, it takes 30 seconds.
I've also seen they've they do these scientific tests about how making your bed traps in the sweat, mold, and moisture. It's actually worse for you.
Yeah, that's literally the stupidest thing I've heard in my entire life.
That's not an exaggeration. That's not an exaggeration. You got me doing monkey sounds over here. You sweat your dick off in a bed and then not throw the cover and then hold it in. That's not an exaggeration.
How often you clean your sheets?
Not often enough.
Obviously not.
But the point is, no, I'm not going to waste my damn time making a bed.
Waste your damn time making a bed.
If that makes you feel better, great. I'm out. I'm gone, baby.
All right. So what habits do you have that really accomplish goals every single day? That put you towards your other end goals?
Wow.
That's the thing about Atomic Habits. He doesn't talk about, and maybe I'm misreading it, but I'm a big believer in have a goal, but then focus immediately on what steps need to be taken to get to that goal.
See, obviously I need help with this. I've done okay with
Yeah, so that you should just argue with me about making a bed, like even more.
I've done okay in life, but like I've sort of said, regardless, I think you would say that I have to be working towards something. I am under the mindset that if I'm doing...
I don't think you have to be working towards something.
Well, if I'm doing good work on a day-to-day basis, if I'm choosing to work hard as opposed to slack off...
But what do you know what working
more
hard
times
is?
than not, it's for me, not working hard in comparison to someone else. Just me.
Why is it
working hard.
compared to somebody else?
Or just working. You always say that. How do you know what working hard is? I mean, what do you mean?
When people say that I work hard, I'm like, what does that mean?
I don't know. It's just
that person
some
works
people
hard.
say.
What does it mean?
Well, I can work not hard. I know what that looks like.
To me, there's only one thing. Do you get things done or do you not? That's it. Atomic Habits all about getting shit done. That's it. I don't care if you work 10 hours a day versus 1 hour. If you get more stuff done in 1 hour because you do the right things at the right times, you worked harder than the person who worked 10 hours. This is a big thing I talk about with the Walsh kids when I go teach there. They always say, well, if you're understandably so, we've taught everybody to believe that being behind a desk, being in an office is working hard. Well, what if you're not accomplishing anything? What if you're playing video games? What if you're texting your boys? What's that accomplishing? Nothing. Atomic Habits is about getting things done every single day that you can rely on, that you know will build the end result. So, for example, I'm into chess. Oh, big shot over here. Guitar. Paul played guitar 5 minutes a day.
Yeah.
What ended up happening to me?
You became a better guitarist than me. Or great. I mean,
very quickly.
Very quickly. Playing full songs.
Yeah.
It's great.
Do I still have my Collective Soul? Did we ever play that on air?
We did. We sang. So you sent me a Collective Soul riff. I sang over top of it and sent it back. And
that's right.
And we played it.
That's right. That was terrible. The guitar playing was awesome, though. So that everything starts with small things. 5 minutes a day of guitar got me into becoming a really good guitar, not a really good guitar player, but for 1 year of work, yeah, I felt very good.
Sure.
Chess. We are no longer looking as much at my rating and looking at what are the things we need to do to increase over time. I will get better at chess and therefore my rating will go up. And it's hard because you look at your rating going, isn't that the indicator of where I'm at right now? And it's like, well, no, not necessarily. And these are the things, it's in order to run 100 yards, you got to run the first 5 yards. These are the things that we talk about. And Atomic Habits is all about getting small things done every single day.
Give me some examples.
I just did. Playing guitar 5 minutes a day. I do chess tactics and play small chess games every single day and I work on a thing called chessable.com where I do positions every single day. I review them. I do more positions over and over and over. Reading books. I want to read 60 books a year. So what do? I read 20 books, 20 pages a day, 30 pages a day. That's the thing. It's these small, you hear 60 books a year, you're like, oh my God, that's a lot of books.
Yeah.
Then you hear 30 pages a day, you're like, well, that's not so bad. Or whatever the number ends up being. That's the point. You just sit there and keep doing these things. Now, the one thing that I did that I've changed, I used to do a lot of different hobbies. Now I don't so much. And now I pick which hobbies I take more serious than others. I like tennis. I used to take a tennis lesson every single week. My tennis coach is harder to get in touch with. I don't sweat it anymore. I'm like, okay, well, I'm probably not going to become a professional tennis player. So why worry about it? Just be good. Working out, losing weight, all these things that I did where you sat there and said, listen, I'm 185.4. I want to get to 175 and then 170. I got to 173.2. But it started from, okay, I'm going to start watching my eating every single day and working out more and doing cardio more. That's it. These are the things that we do, small things. You're telling me burning 200 calories is going to get me from 185.4 to 175? No. But doing that a lot of times and watching what I eat, yes, it will. Those are the atomic things you do that get you to your end result.
Why is it so easy to say, man?
It's easy to do.
No, I'm too judgy. Like,
Let's hear it.
I make excuses why I can't get these atomic habits intact.
Habits.
I'm not really too concerned about making my bed, but like,
By the way, maybe I'm exaggerating making the bed because it's just the idea of making the bed is I started the day off doing this. And I found myself now forcing myself to do the things I don't want to do. Like it's almost like more motivating. I don't want to do this. Great, go do it then.
that's me in working out.
Yeah, you just got to go do it. And by the way, I like the fact that you worked out for 17 minutes. Work out for 10 minutes. I'm at the stage in working out now where I'm just trying to maintain.
Yeah.
So I look at it going, oh, okay, now, Tim and I do cardio twice a week for an hour. Now I'm doing cardio for 40 minutes and doing a light workout for 20 minutes each time. Why? No other reason than just maintaining.
What's the status of your house? When are you going to play basketball?
Yeah, Chris asked me the same question today. He's like, what's the deal? I'm like, listen, the house is being remodeled. And that's the other thing. Talk about baby steps. It was just every single day I created a task of what I needed to move around or put away or some things like that to keep getting progress going, to keep making progress. Same thing. It'll probably be 2 or 3 months, but I'm doing that as a hedge. I don't think it's going to really be 2 or 3 months. I'm just sitting there saying, listen, if it has to take that long to get it done the way I want it, it will take that long. Done. But every single day we make progress. Even if it's a little bit, it's still some progress. I don't stand still. I do Spanish every single day, Duolingo, 50 points a day. It's not a ton, but it's enough where I'm making progress. I do 2 Spanish lessons per week. And now what we're doing is we're picking articles in Spanish that I read out loud to him for pronunciation, and then I translate. And it's not one article is going to make me fluent, but if I do enough of these things and keep doing it, I will be better and better at Spanish, and eventually I'll be fluent.
So the hater in me says, well, I mean, he stepped down as CEO, he's not married, no kids. That's how you have all the time to do all these amazing things.
Sure.
And then I start realizing I have to tell myself is like, it's probably these tactics that got you
Correct.
where you are in life.
It's these tactics that allowed me to have the time to go do X, Y, and Z. Correct.
That's why I say, like, the hater in me, it's very easy just to say that, oh, no kids. He's got so much time in the world. Go make that bed. Spend all the time you want making your bed. You don't have a kid crying down the hall.
What time do you wake up in the morning?
Very early, 7:45.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Wake up at 7, Seth.
It can't be done.
I used to wake up at 7 every day. Now I wake up at 6:15. I'm not an early riser.
6:15?
Yeah, I do not like waking up early.
Oh, God.
Right?
What time do you go to bed?
Like last night was late, like 12:15. I did not get a lot of sleep last night.
That's not good.
Exactly. But I don't like waking up early, but I look at it and go, by the time I get to work, I've finished my chess and Spanish for the day.
Yeah.
By the time I get to work at 8 o'clock, I've already finished my 2 biggest things for the day. So when you say, Paul, you have time to do it,
Yeah.
I look at it and go, I got up at 6:15, you got up at 7:45. You could literally do workout, chess, workout, Spanish, and read in that hour and 30 minutes.
Well, see,
and make your fucking bed.
I hear you. I had that balance where I was trading work for sleep, work for happiness.
Uh-huh. Oh, here we go. The victim Seth has shown up. I sacrificed my happiness for work.
I'm sorry, not happiness. That was the wrong term. My time with my kids for work.
I know, Peanut. How'd you operate? How'd you survive?
No, I mean, so the point is I was trading time with my kids for what I thought was working hard, or I guess it worked.
Yeah, you do very well.
So, but there's that balance of working and spending time,
Yeah, but then you can't sit there and say, I don't like when people say, like, well, I don't have the time for that. It's like, no, you don't make the time for that. Seth, if I told you if you read 20 pages a day for a year, I'd give you $1 million, would you read 20 pages a day?
Yes.
So you can't say you don't have time for it. You're just choosing not to do it.
Make time for it.
If you want it. I'm not telling you should want it, but
Yeah.
then you can never complain about not having time. That is my point.
Yeah.
I always think to myself, if somebody said to me, Paul, you would be a billionaire in 5 years if you woke up every single day at 6. Would I wake up every single day at 6?
If that's important to you.
Correct. But now I'm like, nah, I want to sleep in on the weekends. But now I found out about the weekends. I now wake up at 7:45 instead of 9:30.
Yeah. You wake up late on the Saturday.
I love it. But now I wake up at 7:45 naturally.
So you don't get this way because I get this way. If I awake my eyes and see it's sunlight, my mind starts racing about all the stuff I have to do.
I go right back to bed. I can go right back to bed.
I'm just like, I see the God forbid you check the phone and see any new emails or
I
messages.
can do that and go right back to bed.
What?
Oh, all day long.
Wow. I cannot.
Oh, no. It's game over. I'm actually surprised. So when I wake up now, I spend the first 15 minutes in bed doing some chess and then
On your phone?
yeah. And they always say you shouldn't do that. Okay, fine. But I choose to do that because that's when I do the chess. It makes me feel so good that I got up and in the first 20 minutes of being awake, I've done my chessable.com chess and made my bed and gotten my dogs out and fed them all in the first 20 minutes.
Do you check emails? I know you restrict phone calls in the morning.
I do check my emails, but I don't respond to them.
Does that get your mind racing? What you have to do for the day?
No, it's fine. I already know what I'm going to do for the day pretty much when I go to bed. I don't really get alarmist emails in the mornings. Like, I just look at the emails, go, okay, I'll respond to these, and I mark the ones that I don't need to respond. I mark them as read. And then when I get to the office, I hammer out the emails.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many emails do you have unread in your inbox that we need to answer? I'm going to hear this number and go, Seth, the problem is you. It's not the stuff you need to do.
Yeah, let's see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
32 for DGF.
Yeah, you're just not prioritizing your time properly. You're just not managing your time properly. Why do you have 32 emails for one of your businesses? That's crazy.
12 in Seth and Beth.
Okay, you need to spend an hour, turn your phone off, and just hammer out your emails. Because that's weighing on you right now. It makes you feel busy. Oh, I'm so busy. Look how many emails I have. I'd rather be, what was I saying the other day to Rahman? He was talking shit to me. I said, while you're busy making excuses, I'm making results.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said to him. Felt really good to say that to him too. He's like, these aren't excuses, they're facts. I'm like, excuses usually are facts, but they're facts that we use to give a reason why we're not doing something. Right? It's no different.
Yeah.
That's why you'll see me now say like, yeah, I don't want to do that. Why? Because I have other things I'm doing. That's priority. But you'll never see me sit there and go, oh, I want to lose weight, but I'm not going to go do the things it takes. I'd just be like, well, obviously I don't want it bad enough. And when I hit 185.4, I wanted it bad enough. I was like, okay, Tunzo, you need to lose some weight. That's the way it is. I mean, when people say I don't have time for something, I'm like, no, you're just not making time. If I paid you $1 million to do that, would you do it? Well, of course I'd do it. Okay, well then you have the time. You're just choosing not to do it.
Yeah.
That's it. Atomic Habits about choosing what is important to you and going and doing them.
Like more examples. Like what is it telling normal folks to do differently?
I don't think it says anything specific. It's just whatever your desires are to do, go do them. Break it down into smaller tasks and go accomplish them. Take my 8 examples I just gave you. Right? Anytime I have anything to do, it's like, okay, what are the steps to do this? We're starting Dynasty Owner now, right? And our goal is to get 12,000 users. Well, we're not going to get 12,000 users until we get the first user. We got that. Now we're building up. Our goal is to get to 100 signups a day in March.
In March?
Yeah, we're trying to. Yesterday we had 14 signups.
Wow.
Yeah. We had 4, and that was a big day for us, right, Don?
It was.
Big day. We were like so stoked. I came this morning and told Don, he's like, wait, 14 people paid us yesterday? I go, yeah, we got their $1,400. Oh, wow. Some people might hear it and go, that's not a lot. No, it's a ton. We were going off an email list that was very small, and we got 4 in one day, and we're well over that number in terms of total number of signups. So I look at that going, these are the things that sound small, but you got to build in those things to get there, to get to the higher level. Do you know what I mean?
I look at YouTube the same way.
Exactly. We're trying to get to 10,000 YouTube subscribers by the end of the year. Well, we're at 250 something right now.
Yeah.
Which is way higher than it was January 1st.
Yeah.
So I look at that thing like you got to get 250 to get to 500 and do these things along the way. We're just doing the right steps along the way to get that number much higher. Mm-hmm. That's it. Everything's about small things you need to do day in and day out. And it'll lead to results. Doesn't mean you don't watch them and say, hey, are these really leading to the right results? That's the thing I always ask my Spanish instructor and my chess instructor. Are we doing the right things? Matt insists we're doing the right things. Great. I'm waiting I think I've hit a little bit of a wall in chess for the last 6 months where I haven't really gone up much. That's fine. He still thinks we're doing the right stuff. No, we're doing the right things. These are going to end up paying dividends. Great. And there's bound to be some breakthrough where I just go, boom, right up the roof. What ends up happening, and that's the thing, we look at the way I play things and go, what do we learn from there? My games tend to be I have a lead and then I lose the lead when I have low time. So we got to work on my time management. Things like that. These are the things you have to do on a day-to-day basis to get better.
Yeah.
How you like them apples?
You know, you're probably right. I mean, I see things.
No. I am right.
I see things in my inbox that,
Thanks,
yeah, I could be addressing, but it's easier just to be like,
It's easier for you to waste a week talking about that thing you have to address, and now you seem so busy because you took a week. Oh my God, look how many emails I have. I used to have 32, now I have 78. Yeah, because you didn't address the first 32, you asshole.
mm-hmm.
I'm not really calling you an asshole. I actually like you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're ignoring me.
Well, it got me thinking, you know?
It bothers me we don't have a new table for this podcast studio. I was the idiot who put you in charge of that one. Then I put Don in charge of it. And then who was the one at the studio at the Home and Garden show this weekend looking for a new table? What are you doing? You're ignoring me right now.
I was in charge of the table?
Yeah, I put you in charge of that to start. How did that go? Oh, you're too busy dealing with DGF. I have kids. I have a wife.
I had the table all but ordered
Did you?
3 months ago.
Where is it?
Well, I need a credit card.
Oh, he needs a credit card. That's always been an issue with us. Because you bought how many cameras with our credit cards and how many things in the studio for the credit cards?
Dad, I need money.
Yeah. We buy all this shit here, except for one camera was paid for by me using a credit card.
What are you talking about?
Whatever it is. A lot of this shit was something I paid for using a credit card.
The other cameras.
What other cameras? These are all yours?
Yes.
Not all of these.
Yeah.
He owns all these cameras, Don?
And the mics and boards.
If he does, it's news to me.
They're all mine.
I paid for at least one of these.
These older ones.
No,
No. That's the point. Sometimes you're so busy, I just buy them.
No, that's bullshit.
I own all those.
All of them.
Yes.
All of them.
Yes.
Hang on a second.
There's 4 of them, folks.
No.
In a slider.
2 Canon Mark D4s.
That was 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Canon 933 4K camcorder.
Yeah, that's for the your live streaming last fall.
Wide camera Sony camcorder. We need to sell these things then if they're shit.
They're not. Well, if you ever want to go back to live streaming.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I do want to do live
We talked about the 5D Mark IIIs. We can use them for on-location stuff. I mean, these cameras have really transformed the podcast, so. But yeah. Don't tell Beth.
Don't tell Beth the babysitter's dead.
So, yeah.
So get your shit done, bro. How about all this shit I bought?
It's nice.
How about the computers, everything? Got the studio done.
It's nice.
Yeah. I didn't have the money for it. I didn't get a credit card. It's literally the most ridiculous statement in the world.
Well, I mean, yeah, the table's ready whenever you want to swipe the
I
card.
want to see it, though.
It's a table unbuilt. What do you mean see it?
And I want to see a design for it. We have a design thing here.
I would say, like some vendors you deal with, is I asked for a design. He said he'll get it to you, and that was months ago. So,
Of course he did.
So, yeah.
I don't know why people don't hire me.
I know. I went to a shop yesterday, and I literally have to say the words, I'd like to spend a lot of money. Can you help me?
I've said that before to people.
No.
I'm trying to give you money. Would you please assist me?
They won't. I said it yesterday.
Where at?
A magic store.
The one we went? No.
Different one.
Really?
The one that our...
The competitor?
Yeah.
The one on the west side?
No. We had a podcast guest on, Jameson. He owns Full Grip Games in Akron, talking about, and there are obviously different stores around. So I went to a different one to check it out, and it's just
The one in Akron?
No, it's over by my house in Medina.
Oh.
And I had to say the words, I'd really like to spend a lot of money. I almost took the cash out. I'd like to spend this. Can you please help me spend this money? And they're like, nope, we can't do that way. It's like, I almost was like, all right, forget it. You guys suck. I remember pretty much what it was. So
Did he say why he couldn't do it that way?
Oh no, but I'll tell you what, Paul, you're getting into my family, because I got in the car with Gio and I was like, Gio, what'd you think of that business? The kid's 9. He's like, it's awful. It's awful.
Gio.
The place was a mess.
Oh, was it really?
Couldn't spend any money. Organization's bad. He's like, why is the owner not there? Because I wanted some stuff, and they're like, I can't do it. The owner's got it. And even Gio was like, well, why isn't the owner there assisting you? If you're going to have a storefront, Their Google. Geez Louise, I called them. I said that your Google listing is wrong. It says that you're open. You're not open. Yeah, we have to pay money to change that. In my mind,
No, you
I'm
don't.
like, no, you don't.
You legit
Nope.
do not have to pay money to change that.
I
Legitimately do not have to pay money to change that.
It's actually like 3 seconds on
Thank
Google.
you, Don. So, I mean, now my 9-year-old's like, man, what a crappy business. I was like, yeah, like there's no way they can do well. They're looking at me like I'm the crazy person because I'm going to buy something.
Go buy the business. JK. Jameson should buy the business.
I think it's failing. I don't know.
Oh, all the more reason.
They had a bunch of minions doing like online sales. Online sales is huge, man.
Yeah.
So like, I don't think they're too concerned with why would they be. And that's something too is I'm learning is I think businesses nowadays are far less concerned with you actually walking in and spending money. They're more concerned about tending to the online.
Yeah, it makes
needs,
sense.
right?
Yeah.
So the funny part is I'm there trying to support a local business. They don't actually want my support because they get support from all over the country, all over the country. So it's like, what am I doing here?
Oh.
You know? Or I have to say these words like, I'm interested in this product. Well, it's this amount of money. And I say, well, look, I want a deal. I could go on anyone's website in the world and pay this amount for this product.
Yeah.
I'm here right now saving you the effort. I want a deal. I don't
And
want
the
to pay
fees
this.
and the shipping and all
Yeah,
that
I don't
stuff.
want to pay this amount. I'm not going to pay this amount. And they look at me like, what are you talking about? I'm like, forget it. Maybe they can't understand that.
By the way, it's 11:35 and it's 47 degrees outside. What's that from? What's that from?
Shoot. I
do not
You
know.
guys should know this.
hold on a second. It's from Howard Stern's
It is.
Private Parts.
Yeah, that's
movie.
right. He's just like he's talking like my grandmother died. It was terrible. We went there and she was dead. By the way, it's 64 degrees and it's 12:07
because he had to save the time and temp. So for the final straw of this business I went to is they're a gaming shop which attracts people after work, late nights, and obviously weekends to play games. They're open 11 to 5, closed on weekends. I said, Gio, this is a great business model. You're closed more than you're open.
Well, most businesses are closed more than they're open, I would imagine. We're closed more than we're open.
I'm not talking about sleep. I'm talking about gaming is
Oh,
5
yeah.
to midnight some places. That's when people play.
They're never open.
They're never open. And their Google thing's wrong. I was sitting in the parking lot. The Google says it's the Google. Google says it's open. Open. I'm calling. I'm looking in. Is this place closed? No, their Google listing's wrong. It's a bunch of dummies. I should get them on the phone right now.
I gave a bad Google review yesterday to somebody.
Well, what repercussions come from that? You're so heroic, Paul.
I thought it was a big deal for me.
Where was it?
They had one review before me, and it was a 5-star.
What place was it?
It was a company that had hired a year ago to do a survey of that land that I have for my building my new house.
Okay.
And I called them last week because I needed a copy. They said, well, we don't know if we can give it to you. Well, why not? Because you're not the one that ordered it. So we have to give it to the person who ordered it. I'm like, but you cashed my check. Doesn't matter. So wait a second. Let me understand this correctly. You took my money because somebody else called it in. You're not going to give me a copy. Yeah, I can't do that. I got to call the owner. I'm like, well, call the owner. Never calls me back. I call him yesterday. Hey, what's the deal? He's like, oh, I haven't heard from the owner yet. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, I called him up the message. He's out of town. I go, listen, I'm going to make this very simple. You're going to send me the stuff right now or we're going to have a major problem. So, of course, I wrote him an email, CC'd my lawyer, and I went on Google, put a review. I'm like, listen, fact, I hired him last year. Somebody called it in. I paid him. He had no problem cashing my check. But now when I want a copy of it, he's not giving it to me. And he even said, well, you got a copy already. I'm like, no, I didn't. He's like, oh, you didn't? I'm like, no, show me the email where it was sent to me. And he's like, oh, okay. Then he finally sent it to me. Still got the Google review up. But that's talking about business. Like, listen, pal, literally, how many land deals am I going to do in my life? How many times am I going to buy land in my lifetime?
I don't know.
Or apartment buildings in the area.
I mean, you want to have 10,000 units.
Guess how many times I'm going to call him?
Well, that's true.
0. All right, sounds good. And the thing is, it's not like it was a ridiculous statement. I paid him for that survey. I'm the one that wrote the check. But anyhow.
So I need to get my habits.
Yes, you
more
do.
order.
Just start picking small habits you're going to do every day. I don't care if it takes you 2 seconds. Get yourself in the habit of doing things that you're putting in a
I'm making
That's
habits.
the thing.
Yeah.
Just get yourself in that habit. Like all my goals now, I've actually stopped my daily stuff is now towards the 5 minutes a day goal of guitar.
Yeah.
What can I do in 5 or 10 minutes? I can do this. Great. Those are my 4 or 5 things I'm going to do. Great. Done. That's it. Move on. By the way, brought to you by Coke Zero.
If I want something more.
If you want something more. Even if you don't, it's still nice to have show your kids hey kids, we're gonna go do this today. We're not gonna stop until we do this for 1 hour. We're gonna get this house ready for blah blah blah.
That's true.
That's that.
Yeah.
I have exorcised the demons.
Well,
thanks for having me on, Seth.
thank you for having me on in front of your cameras and
my
studio.
I could have sworn I bought one of these cameras.
Well, we talked about it.
I could have sworn I bought one.
And then I just bought them.
I could have sworn I bought one.
We had talked about it, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get these and stop talking. So there they are.
Seth, are you sure about this?
But you can buy the next Slide Air in 200 if you want. That's going to go right over my shoulder here. Slide past your beautiful face.
I could have sworn I bought one of these. Because we traded something in.
Show me the email.
Yeah, you're right. Show you the email.
Thanks for joining us and learn from us. Subscribe on YouTube.
I'm glad you bought these because I don't feel bad if you take them with you and do stuff with them.
They're incredible.
Yeah, they are.
Thanks for joining us.
Goodbye.
Learn from us.